Hey, my name is Elisha Mamman, the convener of the Winning Mindset, and I'm excited to be back here today. A few days ago, I started a series on the forces of change, forces that can alter the life and situation of a person's life. And I shared a story about a man who had two sons, and we identified that there are 5 forces that are relevant and vital for a man to change his life. We talked about the force of relationship, the force of resourcefulness, the force of responsibility, the force of resolve, and the force of resilience. Today I will be talking about the second force, and that is the force of resourcefulness. It was Tony Robbins who said that many people are poor, not for lack of resources, but for lack of resourcefulness. Steve Harris, a well-known life coach in Nigeria, once said that people are not limited by what they lack, but they are limited by what they have, and they do not know how to use. Now, what is resourcefulness? The dictionary says that resourcefulness is finding a quick way to overcoming difficulty. But you see, for me, the means justifies the end. For me, the means justifies the end. You could use a particular way to overcome a difficulty, but that way is not right and that way is not legitimate. And so for me now, resourcefulness is not just finding a quick way, but finding a proper way, an acceptable way to overcoming difficulty. It is important I quickly state here that every man born of a woman will face hardship. Every man born of a woman will face hardship. Every one of us will have a difficult time in our lives. Every one of us will experience some level or some kind of hardship. It could be financial, it could be emotional, it could be mental, it could be physical, it could be health. But there is a particular hardship that you will not escape in life. And so if resourcefulness is about finding the way to overcome difficulty, how does that relate to your life? How does that relate to our story? Remember, we said the boy was rich, but because of his lifestyle, he became extremely poor, that he was desirous of eating things that only animals can eat. Yet, he needed to find a way to overcome that life that has become difficult for him. And he became resourceful. What did he do? He realized that there is something he has in his life that can be used. There is something in his life that he can be used. So the first thing you must know about resourcefulness, it is about the use of what you have. So first things first, you must identify, you must agree and embrace that you have something in your life. No man is without something. No man is without something. Listen to me. Every man is born naked, but no one is born empty. Nakedness is simply we come into this world without clothes, but none of us came into this world without potential. There are gifts, there are talents that are embodied in our lives. We are an embodiment of abilities. We are an embodiment of seeds that can be used to change our lives. It was the Bible who stated that no man is going to be tested with things that he cannot bear. I want to close about this resourcefulness matter. I want to tell you about 3 people. Moses had an issue with his capacity to lead, but the only question he was asked is, what is in your hand. Meaning, if you know what is in your hand and you know how to use that thing, you will be able to lead 3 million men. There was a widow that lived in Zarephath. Her only challenge was she lacked what to eat, and as a result of that, she was about to eat her last meal and die. But somebody stepped in to ask a simple question: what do you have in your house? What do you have? And that thing she had became the point of which she overcame lack in her life. I don't know the difficulty and the hardship you are facing, but I want you to know that if you can become resourceful, you will be able to overcome that thing. What again is resourcefulness? It is the ability to use what you have to create what you want. It is also the ability to effectively use what is available to you to overcome what you hate currently in your life. If you can use what you have, you can beat what you hate. Resourcefulness is using what is available. Now the question is, do you know what is available to you? Do you know the things that are in your life? Do you know your gifts? Do you know your talents? Do you know the relationships in your life? Listen to me. For someone listening to me, all you need is to leverage on the relationship you have currently, and your situations can change. For another person, all you need is to leverage on that job, and your life will begin to change. Another person listening to me, all you need is to leverage that seed capital you have, and it will change something for your life. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited every time I bring you word. I am looking forward to continue on the third force. But do not forget, you are not limited by what you lack, but rather you are limited by what you have and you do not know how to use. I'll see you next time as we continue on the force of responsibility.